Today's show is a continuation for self-reflection as we did last week. We're going back off these two books, Encompassed Purpose. You can get them at Barnes & Noble or Amazon. You can also call us direct. You can still, of course, always call us with questions. We got some pretty good questions last week. I hope they continue. So, I guess a big question is, did you do the questions from last week? If you did or if you didn't, both ways it answers a lot of questions. If you didn't do the answers, it kind of tells you you're exactly where you want to be in life. You're there because of your actions, you're there because of your non-actions, and you're exactly where you want to be in life. And I know it might sound harsh, but you really don't want to improve. You don't want to change. You don't want to be accountable or responsible for your life. And if you did do it last week, big congratulations, because it's a big step. I know, especially when you're working on past self-reflections, it's a huge process and it takes a lot of time. But I bet within 1 week after you did it, you already see a huge change in your life. And now self-reflection of the present, there's little things every day you'll notice, and you'll keep improving, and you'll get closer to God in a deeper relationship with Him just through the whole process. And it's a lot easier to talk about change than to really do it. A lot of people talk about change, but very few actually take the step to do it. So if you took that step, that's wonderful. That's a big step. Even if you're taking baby steps, at least you're a step ahead of the guy that never tried. So you're still moving ahead. Another example of what I'm talking about here with self-reflection and change. You know, say you got born again, you don't make any changes in your life. Are you really born again, or are you just, is it just talk? Now you can get born again and take baby steps again and start to develop a relationship with God, and that keeps you moving ahead. That keeps so much going on in your life. I'm not talking about Christianity or knowledge of the Bible. That is important, but it's a relationship with God. The devil has a lot of knowledge of the Bible, has a lot of knowledge of God, but he chooses to do things and have control over his life and do things his own way, and that's what many people do also. And no matter how much knowledge of the Bible you have, unless you have a relationship with God, it is not going to work for you. God gives you a choice, and you have to make that choice to surrender and give Him all the power. He gave you everything you have in life, everything good in life. He loved you so much, He gave His only Son. He gave you the Holy Spirit, the Trinity, that can be living in your heart and have a relationship with the Trinity. That's what you need. That's what everybody needs. He created you with His plans. He has a path for you. If you've chose your own way, no matter the riches or the fame or whatever you get, you'll always be wanting more. And that's because you're missing out on God. And God is the only thing that really matters. Now with self-reflection, you'll grow. You'll know worldly things don't matter. You'll find out nobody can make you feel any way you don't want to. Nobody can direct you once you're focused and you take responsibility and accountability for your life. Nobody can take that away from you. You'll find out God is number one and should always be the priority in your life. Without Him, we wouldn't exist. You'd be doomed if it wasn't for Jesus. Never put the Trinity second in your life. With self-reflection, you'll have joy, you'll have peace, you'll be able to take responsibility and action in your life. You'll know yourself. Now, I would really encourage you, if you haven't yet, to get a mentor or a coach, but I would also recommend to be very selective. There's coaches out there that care more about your money than helping you. There's mentors out there that want to do good things, but you can't get somebody that's just going to go along with everything you say and do, and not challenge you spiritually, not challenge you directions in life, your goals. So you want to get somebody that really challenges you and really gives you a kickstart to this whole thing. The only one that can fix your life is you. There's plenty of people that can help you. You can reach out to us. We'll help coach you. You can reach out to many other people and really improve on your life. But you're the only one that can take that step. Now it's your choice to take the next step. You deserve it. You can do it. You can start today. It costs you nothing. You can start without the books. You can take notes off the last program. It costs you nothing. But doing nothing costs you everything. You deserve a good life. A life with true, real growing and changing and a relationship with God. You can make that happen. Change your life for the better and do it now. And with self-reflection, it's so important to go through every single step. And sometimes by the end, I know you'll want to start over because you're really getting it. You're really getting into it. You're really understanding it. And then just do it daily. And when you have accountability for your life, responsibility for your life, you know you're going to take the steps to grow every day and make yourself better. You know every day you're going to strengthen your relationship with the Lord. How powerful is that? He gave you the choice to do all this. And it's your choice to either do nothing and eventually die, or it's your chance to really make a difference for yourself, really make a difference for others, and live everlasting with God. Okay, so Jamie, last time you were here, I asked you some questions.
Hard ones. They were kind of tough.
They were pretty easy sometimes.
They were.
But I let some stuff slide, and I kind of did that intentionally, whether you knew it or not. But
no.
I wanted to show some people some things since we talked last, and why you have to develop certain things in order to make certain things change. Now, you said you were going to start going to church.
Yes.
How's that been going?
No excuses. I mean, none good. I haven't been yet.
Okay.
Well, we had snow. You know that.
And then the other thing you said you were going to work on is you were going to go through Encompassed study guide and get that all finished up. How'd that all go? Did you get it all finished up?
I don't have it finished. Not all of it. No.
And then another thing you said was you were going to start reading the Bible again.
Yeah.
And have you started on that at all, or?
A little bit, you know, and I have my wife help me, you know.
Okay.
That it helps, you know, because she can be pushy, you know. But yeah.
The other thing you mentioned, and you mentioned it a couple times, you're going to try to stop watching so much TV.
Yes.
And doing time-wasting activities.
Yes.
Have you started on that?
Yeah.
Or?
Yes, I have started on that.
Okay.
Yeah. A better way to spend my time, you know, than watching TV and goofing off, you know. So,
and I guess my next question is going to be a tough one. You didn't get everything done. It's easy to say you want change, but do you really want change? Because a lot of people say they want change, but you really want change.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I guess maybe it's something that you gotta want it.
Yeah.
You know, or it just won't happen.
Yeah.
You know,
you do.
You just get stuck.
That's really true. So do you want some help on coaching then, and how
Definitely.
to do it and get focused? And are you committed to the process of change?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is I'll give you a whole bunch of homework
Great.
that you have to do.
Yes, sir.
There'll be a couple sections in the book I want you to go through, but then there's like 50 questions.
Okay.
And it'll more for you than me by
Right.
far. I mean, it'll help you decipher some stuff, what's really important and what's not. So
Great.
the biggest thing people do, and we'll go over that in just a second, but they take on this huge life change, and you can't do that. It's kind of like taking one step at a time.
Yeah.
So, that's what we'll do. We'll do a couple simple things here, and I guess the first thing we'll start on is, what are your 3 top goals that you would like to do or change?
Change.
And not for me or your
Right.
wife or your family or anybody else besides you. What does Jamie want to do? What does Jamie want to change?
Right. My way of thinking, as far as, because I feel that you have to, because if you, it's like being stuck. If you don't change the way you think, then nothing's going to change for you. I don't believe so. If you stay stuck with the same old routine, with the same old people, as far as me, then it's not going to happen, because you can't make that change. You can't. It won't happen.
So what? So that's one. What are 2 more?
Quick snapping. Think before I speak, kind of sometimes. Take the time to actually listen, and just get closer to God. I mean,
Which out of the 3 are? Is there number 1, or was that in order?
that's pretty much in order there. And there's a few more that I know that you'll help me with. And
Well, yeah, there's quite a bit. So what we'll do for this week is take the bottom 2 off.
okay.
Because you've already said changing your mind's the most important thing.
Yes.
And if you work on all 3 things, you're not going to get there. Except I'm going to make you go back to that 3rd one too. But, so we'll work on that. And everything we do is actually, with the questions and everything, you'll come up with the answers. It's not for me to
Right.
tell you how to do it or come up with the answers.
You bet. Yeah.
But it'd be pretty easy to change your mindset. Like we talked about last time, you can't stop the thoughts that come in, but you can stop thinking about the
Yes.
thoughts that come in.
Yeah.
So, is that something you're willing to start on today?
Oh yeah.
So-
Oh yeah. You bet.
And then you brought up a 3rd thing, which wasn't in the plan, but one thing I was gonna ask you is, what could you do to get closer to God starting today?
Starting today, well, right now is a good start. Just sitting here with you, and discussing things. Mercy. That's a tough one.
It's more important than Encompassed Purpose,
Yes.
that step. Yeah, so maybe one thing you could do is every day read a chapter. Just pick a chapter out, and if you're looking at mindset, believe it or not, look at the back of the Bible,
Yeah.
and it has sections. And if you don't have this type of Bible, I can do it for you. But how to change your mind,
Okay.
and how to get aligned, with the right mindset.
Right.
So I keep saying it's the best book out there. Everybody stole from that book because it's
Sure.
so wise. But yeah, and if you don't have it, mine does, where
Great.
I can give you different verses to look up every day. So,
Good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, that's a good thing for me. Everyone needs guidance, so to speak. And me, Brad. I mean, I need a lot of guidance.
Well, and the thing is, like I said, people take on these huge things, try to change everything starting January 1st,
Yeah.
and then throw it all out because it's just too overwhelming. If you take steps, you take a step here and a step here and a step here, and pretty soon you've totally changed, 60 to 80 days you can do that.
Okay.
Totally change your life. But it's not about, you don't jump to the top of the mountain. You
Gotcha.
take a step at a time.
Yeah, it's like baby steps, kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we are the mountain, so it's more getting past our bad habits and what we've done.
Okay.
You
bet.
So, and I'm speaking from experience here.
Yeah.
So, but what we'll do is work on the mindset, and there's a whole section on that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there's 2 sections on that. And then I'll get you them questions, and that's really important, especially for you. If it's too personal to even share with me, it doesn't matter to me because it's for you. It'll
Right.
help you discover stuff. So,
Right.
and it's going to help you change your mindset. So,
Okay. Great.
but so we'll get going on that, and then that's about it. Proverbs 29:18 says, "Where there is no revelation, people cast off restraint. But blessed is the ones who heed wisdom and instruction." Christian coaching is self-reflection and evaluation. It's about forgiveness and aligning your priorities, getting aligned with your destiny and plans. It's about gratitude. It's about action. It's about God and your higher power. It's about spirituality and accountability. Responsibility is so important, and it'll help you get to your encompassed purpose. God has plans for us before we were born. The goal of Christian coaching is helping you succeed in them plans. And what is success? Is finding out exactly what God wants you to do and helping you move towards maturity, towards the decisions what God wants you to do. Galatians 2:20 says, "I have been crucified with Christ. I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me." Many Christians are perishing. They're existing but not really living. They have a lack of clear vision, and it gets down to what I call the 1-hour warrior. They go to church and then they have the pastor feed them, then go back to the worldly ways for the week and starve to death till that next Sunday. What we try to do is get you not only knowledge of God, but a relationship with God, so you can see the full potential He has for you. It's really incredible. And you don't get that just by going to church for an hour on Sunday and then going back to the way you live. Proverbs 19:21 says, "Many are the plans in the person's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails." It's not man's genius or intellect. It's not their energy. It's simply the Spirit and the power of God and the gospel. And that's what we try to get to with the Christian coaching. Helps you through the process, and it identifies measurable goals for practical solutions to have a relationship with God. There's many life improvements you can get, and we help people take action to get them. Philippians 4:13 says, "I can do all this through Him who gives me strength." And that's so true. When people are walking around in a fog, not having control over the life, they hinder the relationship with God. God has a plan and purpose for everyone's life. He's given you great power, great choices, and it's up to you to get your life straight, or you're hindering the process. You deserve better. You deserve the life God intended for you, Take the steps to make that happen today. James 2:17 says, in the same way, faith by itself is not accompanied by action is dead. Take the steps to move forward today. Take action today. It's so important. People will invest in everything except themselves and making their lives better. It's so important to make changes in your life. Many people don't like changes, but if you make the changes needed, you have such a wonderful life. If you haven't got the books yet, please go get the books. It's only $12. It's not much of an investment in yourself. And feel free to reach out for us to help on coaching. It can really be transforming in your life in a very short amount of time. Much of this show this time has not been gone over. We kind of just did it. We want it to be real authentic. So you'll see quite a bit of just getting it done, kind of moving ahead. And what we're going to do now, we've been talking a lot, but we're going to actually put some of our stuff in action for you too. Now, a lot of times in life, you feel like something's missing. A lot of people do. It's not just yourself. And you feel like you want to make an impact in the world, but you don't know how. And a lot of people go through their lives with a deeper sense of meaning and purpose, but they're not sure how to do it. And if any of that sounds familiar to you, you're not alone. That is a big part of the population. So what's the two most important days in your life? The day you were born and the day you discover why you were born. And most people are unsure about the purpose in life. It's difficult to keep going sometimes because you just feel like, again, as we've talked in the past, you're spinning in circles and you're not getting anywhere. You live life every day, you might be moving up the ladder, but it just doesn't feel like you have a purpose. And most people think they can think their way out of challenges life throws at them. But the problem is, Albert Einstein said, significant problems cannot be solved with the same level of thinking that created them. In other words, you can't think your way out of your life's passion and purpose. You need a different approach. You can't think your way into it. You can't think your way out of it. What you need to do is, the more action you take, the more transparent your life passions and purpose become. You'll start to evolve and see what exactly you do want to do, what your life passion and purposes are. Most people commit the best hours of their life to making money and getting more stuff and filling their life with meaningless materialistic possessions. But you've already discovered how empty that can be. It's unsatisfactory. It doesn't fill that void you feel about what your passion and purpose is. Money comes and goes, possessions come and go. Your heart is the best compass to access your life's true purpose and passion in life. Now, you need to know what you're inspired to do, what you want to make a difference for others, how to connect with people in a meaningful way. That's all far greater rewards than anything financial or materialistic. Time's your most valuable commodity. And you can possess and get all kinds of money, but once time is spent, it's spent. And you can use your money, but you can't spend your money to buy more time. You need to find your life's purpose and passion and become familiar with yourself. That's how you'll do that. You need to know what drives you, what you're naturally good at, what you generally enjoy, what you inspire to do, what excites you, what scares you, what you pretend to like, and what lies you're telling yourself about your skills, your natural talents, your abilities, your gifts, so you can truly know yourself and find out your life purpose and your goals. As you become more familiar with yourself, you'll be able to determine what's most important to you. By doing this, you can maximize your time, doing more of what you love and less of what you don't love. We can help you get there. We can help you determine many things. Well, we've done a lot of talking, and we're ready to offer something. We offer to churches and many groups, but we're going to offer to you. Coaching costs thousands of dollars, and a lot of people don't have thousands of dollars. We don't do this show or any of this for the money. So we're going to offer something that you can take advantage of today. It'll cost you less than you probably spend on coffee per month. And it can be life-changing. What we'll do is do 4 sessions or 8 sessions, and that depends more on your personality and what would help you the most. And then what we'll do is the cost would be $200. And out of that $200, every session you come to, or we do over Skype, or however we do it over the phone, and you move ahead, we will refund you $25. Out of that $25, you can either tithe it or you can take it back for yourself. You're moving ahead, you deserve a reward for that. We'll be giving you out of that $100 both these books also. So, I mean, the cost for the coaching will end up to be $90. Why are we doing this? We know it's going to make such a powerful impact in your life. We know what it's going to do for you, and that's the most important thing to us, is helping you move forward, finding your purpose, finding your plans for your life, finding enjoyment and fulfillment in your life. Feel free to reach out at encompassedpurpose.com. Our phone number is 573-286-5625 or encompassedpurpose@gmail.com. And let's get you started today. There's no reason to wait. It's a very little cost. We're willing to work with you, and we will supply huge amounts of material for you. You'll be able to do cognitive brain therapy and coaching, kind of a hybrid together. We'll have hundreds of questions for you to help discover yourself. Plus, we'll have one-on-one consultation for you to help you move ahead, keep you moving in that right direction. I thank you and look forward to hearing from you.